Welcome back to the Deep Dig of Sports Pod. I'm your host, Drew. My other host right over there.
What's up? It's D. Good to see you again. Go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe to the pod. We have a bunch of stuff coming up, and you're not going to want to miss it.
Yeah, we're not going to say anything yet, but we have some upcoming guests this next month, so it's going to be a fun show for the next month. You guys are going to want to see that stuff. Well, another guy that you don't fucking like talking about, Dame Lillard, is in the news again. Okay. How much fault do you put on Dame Lillard for now requesting the trade after free agency, basically after the draft, and now he wants to go to a specific team? He wants to go to places not too good, but is good enough to win, but doesn't trade enough of their good players, but also helps out his Blazers team because he's all about that.
I think he's I don't want to say it's him. I want to say it's his agent that completely burned this bridge with Portland. And all of his credibility of like, oh, I'm going to stick to the grind, that shit has gone out the window. And now people are literally making fun of him. They're like, oh, yeah.
Was it Paul George?
Yeah, Paul George was Paul George.
But we running away from the grind.
Paul George is literally gassing him like, oh, the guy who was, respect the grind. I don't run from the grind is going to the team that was in the finals and only the team that'll be in the finals.
What's the difference between him and what like Kevin Durant did?
Literally nothing.
Nothing.
Especially because he's made such a bitch fit about this. And so I think him and his agent really need to take a long look in the mirror after this and be like, what are we doing here? Because all of the equity that I've built up with this fan base and with the NBA in general, I've just pissed it away. And now I have to restart that.
And it's like, honestly, though, I don't think it matters if he does get traded to the Heat and they are successful. Like, who gives a fuck that he requested a trade and, like, went back on his word? Like, all that people are going to care about is, like, oh, he did really good in Miami. Mm-hmm. And, like, he played at an all-star level and he had all-stars around him. Like, It's just the Blazers fans are gonna care. That's who's gonna be hurt. But like at the same time, I think the Blazers fans should want to move on from him already. They have a lot of young guys in that building, and I think Scoot is the future. And you have Shaedon Sharpe there. If you can get like a solid starter and draft picks, like I think that's a good trade.
That's the thing, though. Miami's not gonna give like, you know what I mean. Now that Dame has put his foot down and is like, I'm only going to Miami, and they've called other teams like, don't trade for us. What I would do is what the Sixers have done with James Harden. We're not going to trade you.
He's under contract.
Yeah. Hey,
for years.
You decided just last offseason to sign an extension here with Portland. So guess what? We're going to hold you until whenever we decide.
Yeah.
Until we have something. Like Daryl Morey is actually one of the best at that. Holding his cards to the vest and like, hey, if you want to come to play, cool, but I'm not getting rid of this for pennies on the dollar. Like, you're going to actually give me something valuable. And if you want it, like, let's do it.
It's really interesting how Dame feels like he has leverage and his agent is telling everyone, don't try to trade for me because I'm going to Miami. And the team reports are coming out that they're saying, hey, we're encouraging other teams to make offers.
Yeah.
Because we don't give a fuck. We will trade him wherever.
And then what is he going to do? Is he really going to sit out if someone trades for him? They have years on his contract, bro. I want to say he has like 4 years left.
Yeah, I think.
Because he just signed a 2-year extension.
At least 3 years. At least.
So he has years left on his contract. What is he going to do? Sit out all his entire contract?
There's no... If I'm the Blazers, I would just be like, you're playing for us next year.
Yeah, I'm like...
The value's not there.
You don't want to play for Boston? We just got back... Jaylen Brown, like, we're taking that.
Yeah.
We just got back Ja Morant.
But then the thing that screwed over the Blazers is every team is now set in what they have.
Yeah.
If you would have done this, like...
At the beginning of
the offseason, maybe the Celtics do flip Jaylen Brown because they're like, listen, we'll sign and trade Jaylen Brown and we'll flip him to you, and, like, we need a point guard.
Fair trade.
And, like, the Warriors... The Warriors could have traded Jordan.
Fuck you.
We could say, hey, we know you're guard heavy, but we'll give you Jordan Poole, who is a young. He is on a max contract, but he will help your other guys develop, and he'll score you 20 points a night.
That was one that came out afterwards where it was like, oh yeah, the Warriors would have been a good spot. Dame is from Oakland. We know that he loves the Bay Area. He would like to be back. He'd love to play with Steph.
And that's why
That's a dagger in the heart.
If I'm the Blazers organization, I'm like, fuck you, Dame. Wherever we get the best offer is where you were sending you.
Yeah.
Because you knew you wanted out.
Yeah.
And I'm not even 100% sure that he for sure wants out. Like, I feel like he's doing this whole, like, I'm going to keep saying I want out because, like, people are complaining that I'm staying and, like, I'm not trying to ring chase and blah, blah, blah. But then he'll just, like, go back like how James Harden is right now and be like, yeah, I'll play.
Because he has to.
Yeah.
Because ultimately what is happening is Daryl Morey with the Sixers is actually putting his foot down. And they know it's true because look at what he did with Ben Simmons. Like, he held out until he got a package that actually worked for him. And that's what, like, he was going to do with James Harden. That's what they should do with Dame is, like, Dame, we got years, dog. We can sit here all day, and we'll wait.
But it's been years of Dame being like, maybe I want out. Maybe I want to go to a contender. Actually, I'll stay and just take a bunch of money. And it's like, you wanted the money.
Yeah. But, I mean, if they were to trade him to, like, the Cavs, for instance, you don't think that he would be like, you know what, I'm all in, like, let's do it. It's the East. We really don't have a lot, like, you know what I mean? We have some pieces around here. We're not going to have to, like, really compete against some pretty hard teams. It's not the fucking West.
But then are they going to give up a Darius Garland?
Yeah, imagine him and Evan Mobley.
I'd like to see it.
Yeah, it's fucking nice,
then
dude.
The other problem for the Blazers is they're so guard heavy
Yeah.
right now. So what team has like a forward or a big that you want to trade for? It's like so limited. And like maybe earlier they could have done a Bradley Beal deal. Like
Yeah.
they could have done a DeAndre Ayton. Like now it's your hands are tied. And that's why I'd be like, Dame, like you got to wait till the trade deadline because there's literally you left us with nothing. And now was that your plan all along? Because you wanted to go to Miami, but they're not going to trade us Bam. Yeah. They're not going to trade us Jimmy.
So
they don't want to trade Tyler Hero.
Yeah. So what are we going to get in return? Yeah, it doesn't make sense. I've seen someone tweet, they're like, if Dame's really serious about only Miami, what he should do is drop a diss track for every city.
And I think if I'm Miami, I'm kind of like, I like our squad right now.
Yeah.
Just went to the finals. Huasquez, is that his name? The guy they drafted?
Yeah.
Mexican kid.
Yeah,
he's nice. He fits their culture. Like, that guy's going to be nice. I wouldn't include him in a deal. So it's like...
What are you really going to trade? And, two, if you're the Heat, like, I'm not thinking I have to trade anything.
Yeah. I mean...
Because why? He wants to come here.
If I'm Brooklyn, I'm like, please take Cam Johnson as Max.
please. I'm doing something, please.
All right, well, let us know in the comments, where do you think Damian Lillard should go? If you're the Blazers, are you giving him up for whatever? You giving him up for a couple picks and, like, Kyle Lowry? I don't know. What are you willing to trade for Dame Lillard right now?